children, welcome once again to your online biology class. I am Asha Santosh, your biology teacher. We have entered into a new year, the year 2021. Wish you a very happy new year to all of you. Children, here we are discussing our 9th chapter, Living Organism, Characteristics and Habitat. In our previous classes, we have discussed about the adaptations of organisms in terrestrial and aquatic habitats. Hope all of you have understood these topics very well. Today we are going to discuss about the characteristics of living organisms. We can differentiate living and non-living things from our surroundings, right? How can we differentiate? Based on certain characteristics, we can differentiate living and non-living things. Let's check what are the characteristics of living things. Okay.
Do all organisms need food?
Only living organisms need food to get energy for doing their life activities. Plants produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals depend either plants or other animals for their food.
Do all organisms show growth?
All living organisms grow, but non-living things do not grow.
Young ones of animals also grow into adults. A chick hatched from an egg grows into a hen or a cock. Plants also grow. Do all organisms respire?
All living organisms breathe. Breathing is also a part of respiration. While breathing, we will take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. Different organisms use different body parts to breathe.
The process of breathing in animals like cows, buffaloes, dogs, or cats is similar to humans. Respiration is necessary for all living organisms. It is through respiration that the body finally obtains energy from the food it takes. Earthworms breathe through their skin. Fish, we have learned, have gills for using oxygen dissolved in water. The gills absorb oxygen from the air dissolved in water. Do plants also respire? Exchange of gases in plants mainly takes place through leaves. The leaves take in air through tiny pores in them and use the oxygen. They give out carbon dioxide to the air. The exchange of gases take place through the tiny pore, which is known as stomata. We learned that in sunlight, plants use carbon dioxide to produce food and give out oxygen. The amount of oxygen released in the process of food preparation by plants is much more than the oxygen they use in respiration. Respiration in plants takes place day and night. Children, what is the difference between respiration and breathing? Respiration is a long process. Organs like nose, pharynx, larynx, bronchus, lungs, etc. are included in this process. These all organs work together and make respiratory system. Breathing also a part of respiration. The process of take in oxygen and leave out carbon dioxide is known as breathing. Do all organisms respond to stimuli? How do you respond if you suddenly step on a sharp object like a thorn while walking barefoot? How do you feel when you see or think about your favorite food? You suddenly move from a dark place into bright sunlight. What happens? Your eyes shut themselves automatically for a moment till they adjust to the changed bright surroundings. Your favorite food, bright light, and a thorn. In the above situations are some examples of changes in your surroundings. All of us respond immediately to such changes. Changes in our surroundings that makes us respond to them are called stimuli. Do other animals also respond to stimuli? Observe the behavior of animals. When food is served to them, do you find them suddenly becoming active on seeing the food? When you move towards a bird, what does it do? Wild animals run away when bright light is flashed towards them. Similarly, cockroaches begin to move to their hiding places if the light in the kitchen is switched on at night. Plants also respond to stimuli. Plants like mimosa, commonly known as touch me not, leaves close or fold when someone touches them. Living organisms and excretion. All living organisms need food. Not all the food that is eaten is completely used. Only a part of it is utilized by the body. Then what happens to the rest? This has to be removed from the body as waste. Our body produces some waste in other life processes also. The process of getting rid of waste by organisms is known as excretion. Our body excretes waste in the form of sweat, urine, and feces. Plants also excrete. The mechanisms in plants are a little different. Some plants find it possible to store the waste products within their parts in a way that they do not harm the plant as a whole. Some plants remove waste product as secretions. Excretion is another characteristic common to all organisms. Do all organisms reproduce their own kind? Living things produce more of their own kind through reproduction. It takes place in many different ways for different organisms. Some animals produce their young ones through eggs. Some animals give birth to the young ones. Plants also reproduce. Like animals, plants also differ in their mode of reproduction. Many plants reproduce through seeds. Plants produce seeds which can germinate and grow into new plants. Some plants also reproduce through parts other than seeds. For example, a part of a potato with a bud grows into a new plant. Plants also reproduce through cuttings. Then the last point, all living organisms move. Why do they move? Yes, in search of their food and shelter, all the living beings move, except plants. Plants prepare their own food. So, they need not move from one place to another in search of their food. Then let me ask one question. Do we find some non-living things that also show some of these characteristics? Car, bicycle, clock, and the water in the river move. The moon moves in the sky. A cloud grows in size right in front of our eyes. Can such things be called living? Children, in general, something that is living may have all the characteristics that we have discussed, while non-living things may not show all these characteristics at the same time. Okay.
Children, today we have discussed about different characteristics of living things. Hope all of you have understood each and every point very well. Read the lesson, study the notes. We'll meet in the next session. Until then, take care and goodbye.
There will be a class test in the next session. For that, you have to study adaptations of organisms in terrestrial habitat from lesson number 9. Children, study well and attend the test without fail.